This is BBC News, broadcasting to viewers in the UK and around the world. I'm Christian Fraser. The headlines. This is the scene in Westminster Hall tonight, where mourners are paying their final respects to Queen Elizabeth, who is lying in state.
I'm Geeta Gurumurthy, live in Westminster, where I'll be talking to people who've been queuing for hours, now just moments away from paying their respects to Her Majesty.
As many as 400,000 people are expected to file past the coffin in the coming days.
It'll be kind of a good closure then as well to just see her, you know, and also just to, I don't know, give something back.
Earlier in the day, the Queen was taken in solemn procession from Buckingham Palace to Westminster on a gun carriage pulled by the Household Cavalry. And following behind, King Charles, the Queen's children and grandchildren, as well as other members of the royal family. Thousands of people witnessed the procession, some overcome by the emotion of the moment. Good evening. Queen Elizabeth II is lying in state tonight beneath the ancient timbers of Westminster Hall. This afternoon, the Queen's coffin, carrying the imperial state crown, left Buckingham Palace for the last time and was carried by gun carriage in procession down the Mall to Horse Guards, past the Cenotaph and on to Westminster Hall. Behind the carriage, marching slowly to the muffled beat of the drum, were Her Majesty's four children: King Charles, the Princess Royal, the Duke of York, the Earl of Wessex, and her grandchildren, the two princes, William and Harry. The Queen will now lie in state for 4 full days until Monday, the morning of her funeral. Let me take you live to Westminster Hall. These are live pictures that you're seeing, and at the moment we think a changing of the guard, a round-the-clock vigil that will be in place until Monday, until the funeral, and filing past, just waiting patiently for this moment. You can see on either side of the catafalque the members of the public who've come to say their final farewells. It's been a steady procession of people through the day. You can see the coffin, as we just pulled back, on the bier, the raised plinth, draped in the royal standard, the imperial state crown at the head of it. Also flowers placed on the coffin from the Queen's favourite gardens at Balmoral, pine from Balmoral, rosemary and lavender from Windsor. And these scenes will continue through day and through night as more and more people make their way in steady procession through the Great Hall. Some of these people at the front of the queue were into the third hour of this lying in state. These people have been waiting, some of them, for 2 days in some fairly inclement weather here in London. There you see members of the Household Guard, the Grenadier Guard, moving away, having completed their vigil. 20 different turns, 20 units will take it in turns, 6-hour shifts to guard the Queen's coffin, as I say, until Monday morning around 6 o'clock.